Saturday, 5th of June 2010, the Three Rivers Race, and I am with Simone Hayes and Alex Brickham. They've also come to spectate the race. How do you like boats, guys?
I love them. Bigger the better.
Yeah, boats are fun. Boats are fun.
The Three Rivers Race is organised by the Horning Sailing Club and is normally held on the first weekend in June each year. It goes across three rivers, funnily enough, the three northern rivers of Broadland, the Bure, the Ant and the Thurne. The course is in the order of 50 miles in length, with the start outside the sailing club here at Horning, where we're hoping to catch a few views from the organisers and the people involved. Alex, how many Three Rivers races have you been in attendance of?
I've lost count, to be honest. It's at least 3. Very good stuff, though. It's good because I really love the Broads and come here quite regularly. And, scenery and all that is great, lovely. It is often nice to see, some activity on the Broads. And when there's about 20 sailing boats trying to cram down the same river in a race, it's quite good.
Have you been sailing at all?
Yeah, I've done a decent chunk of sailing in my time, not for several years now. Wasn't particularly good at it. I wouldn't be any good in this race. I'd probably just crash into people a lot by mistake. But I don't know, I think it shows quite a lot of skill considering the width of this river and the size of the boats and the amount. It's good.
What strikes me is that there's a race going on, yet going past us as we speak are people sunbathing on boats and what looks like a giant holiday boat as well. How on earth do they interfere with the race? Surely they're getting in the way.
I think they're actually in the race as well. They've got a number on them as if they're in the race. It's not like a 100-metre sprint, let's say. It's a rather more relaxed affair. I'd probably swear heavily at the motorboats and tell them to get off the river. That's probably not the done thing.
I'm Pam Facey, wife of the race controller, Colin. Colin's been running the race for 21 years and I've been helping, doing basically the paperwork and the computer work.
How many is 21?
21 years, yes.
How long has the race been going for 21 years, or has it been longer than that?
This year is the 50th race.
Okay, and if you could explain what the Three Rivers race is all about. For someone who had never been to Horning, doesn't know anything about the sailing club, wouldn't understand why it's been going for 50 years, can you sum it up?
Well, basically, it's meant to be an endurance race and a test of seamanship. There are those that are very competitive and very good sailors, and obviously they want to win. There are those that come along really for a bit of fun, and if they can finish within the 24 hours, they're very happy. And you've got those that have probably never finished and vow they'll never come again but turn up every year. Some sort of punishment, I think.
How long did you say the race goes on for?
Well, they've got a 24-hour limit from the time they actually start. This year we've got 19 starts and they go off every 5 minutes, and the final one goes off at 12:40, so he will have 24 hours from that 12:40, and if they don't get back within that time, unfortunately we have to retire them.
What sorts of boats are taking part in the race?
Well, we've got everything from the small dinghies, like class dinghies like Enterprises and Wayfarers. You've got the quick punts. We have some magnificent boats that come up from the Thames A-Raters. They've been coming for a few years now, and they've got this huge mast, which makes it quite a spectacle at the bridges. We've got the traditional river cruisers, even some hire cruisers where people hire them for the week and do the race. And we've got some of the production cruisers, the fiberglass production cruisers. So.
As a spectator who hasn't seen the race before, are there any good spots that you would suggest I go to?
Yes, so you've got the bridges, of course, Potter Heigham, which is the very low bridge, which makes for some interesting viewing because they've got to lower their mast and paddle through. It's a very narrow bridge. Then it's quickly followed by a road bridge, so they have to paddle the bit between the two bridges, and if you're punching the tide, then that's quite hard work. You've got Acle Bridge as well, which is another bridge which is worth going to watch. and you can view where they have a turning point up the River Ant at London Bridge.
This will be the very last stop.
My name's Steve Birtles. I'm Head of Waterways Strategy and Safety for the Broads Authority.
Excellent. And you are here at the boat race, the Three Rivers boat race. What role does the Broads Authority have with the race?
Certainly we update the race organisers on any hazards that are around on the Broads, and prior to the race we endeavour to obviously deal with all those hazards and make it a safe course for them.
Have you been involved in the race for a long time? How many races have you been involved with or enjoyed?
I've raced in the Three Rivers race on 2 occasions. The year when it was abandoned, which was horrendous, and last year, which was a lovely day just like today.
Do the weather conditions make for a better race or a bad race?
Oh, certainly. If there's a decent wind like there is today, they've got, as you know, they've got to get around 3 rivers and under 2 bridges. So if they can get a large portion of the course done before the wind drops, which it usually does later on in the evening, that can contribute to quite a fast race.
Do you know how many people are expected to come to spectate the race? Is it popular?
Well, it's very popular. The start is always popular, and of course the spectators then follow the race around the key points like Botterheim Bridge and Acle Bridge, and even on the River Ant to see some of the turnings, etc.
Is the result of the race at all important? Does whoever wins the race, will they get a trophy? Will they be delighted to be showing it off? Or is it more about just completing it?
I think it's a bit of both, actually. Certainly, yes, I mean, it is a prestigious race to win. And there are lots of trophies as well for the first hire boat home, the fastest boat and all sorts of things. But yes, I think there's a certain amount of relief to get back as well.
Alex, where have you taken us?
I have brought us to Potterheim.
Potterheim apparently is a good place to watch the boats as they come past. There's a really, really low bridge, so all the sailing boats have to take their sails down and then paddle through. And it will be quite a significant bottleneck as well if there's quite a lot of boats at the same time. So this is one of the places mapped out on the Three Rivers Race website as one of the good places to sit and watch.
It's a little bridge, isn't it? Like, there's not much space to get under there.
It is a dinky little bridge, but to be honest, this is quite normal for the Broads. I mean, the one at Wroxham, for instance, is certainly at least as low as that as well. People are getting angry.
What are they getting angry about?
I don't know. I think basically the general consensus here is if your boat has a motor, you're hated.
There was a rope over. There was a rope dangling in the water. Apparently that's a cardinal sin.
Do you know anything about rope over?
Yes, basically this is apparently where there is a rope over the side. And as folklore would have it, if you do attempt to go under a bridge whilst there's a rope over the side, you will be killed.
Sounds like a lie.
By a goblin.
It's
fact. It's called the rope over goblin. I don't know how he got his name.
Is it a case of the goblin can then climb up into the boat?
Well, this is it. The goblin dwells at the bottom of the river, you see, and as soon as he sees the rope, he climbs up, destroys your mainsail, and then carries on to destroy you.
I'm learning a lot today about sailing. Here they go. From Horning to Potterheim, we have been to a couple of places on what is an extensive race at the Three Rivers race. This race will be going on for a while, but I think Alex, Simone and I have had enough enjoyment for now, and we'll be returning home to recover from all the sunshine that we've picked up. It's a boating event in which you don't need to know too much about boats to enjoy it. Plenty of people sailing, plenty of people spectating, and plenty of locations in which the spectating can take place, with entertaining swans and ducks as well. The Three Rivers race is going into its 51st year next year, and it will be the first weekend of June and then as well, and it won't have to cost you a penny to be entertained for a fun day out.